The final word.
The final word.
The final word. Yes, indeed. Let's go. All right, man. So your boy coming in today with the final word. Law's not gonna be able to make it today. His daughter's birthday today. So y'all make sure, first of all, y'all wish Law's family and his daughter happy birthday. Y'all clap it up for that. Clap it up. Happy birthday, little Law. The other guys gonna be coming in, but definitely we got a lot that we gotta talk about on the final word. We got us a lot that we gotta talk about.
The final word.
Obviously, we moving on. You have to move on. The game is on Thursday, right? So usually it would be a situation where we would spend a whole lot of time kind of recapping the game, what just happened with the Ravens. We gonna talk about that, obviously, but it's gonna be in the light of preparing for the future, right? And getting our minds ready for what's getting ready to happen. So it's some particular topics that I've been looking at that I feel like is going to be super important for us being able to really turn around the season. Obviously, it's not starting the way that most of us would like.
The final word.
But I'm definitely not in a panic either. It's the early part of the season. We get a chance to make some corrections.
The final word.
I know we scoring, especially the way we finished the season last year. I think it's way too early to even be having discussions about firing coaches and stuff like that. I think we just so premature. I think that's a lot of pain speak. So we're not gonna speak through pain today. We're gonna speak through trying to fix and solve problems, right? So y'all sit back, man. Y'all relax, man. The room is gonna fill up with the other guys. And we're gonna talk some good football, man, as we prepare to move on. The final word, let's go.
The final word. The final word. The final word. The final word.
The final word.
The final word.
The final word.
The final word. The final word.
The final word.
The final word.
The final word.
The final word.
All right, man. We got everything set up. So we will go ahead and kick the show off right now, man. Ain't no use kind of prolonging it. Let's go ahead and get it, man. It's the final word. Let's go.
I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I've been really in the field, let up, I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. Lately I just wanna run it up. count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
All right, man, we're getting ready to run it up. It's gonna be starting with me. It's gonna finish with the whole squad minus Law. So here we go. All right. So, so I've been looking at it, and first I want to start with my boy Amp. He had a super chat, real quick. He had a super chat. Let me show my boy super chat. He said, let me get to this. He said, why do guys who are underperforming still on the damn field? All right, hold on with me. So, especially because you left a super chat in this early, I'm gonna go ahead and call you because I'm very curious to what you saying with that. Because you gotta be thinking about somebody specific. Hopefully you're available. I'm finna try to call my boy Amp real quick. All right, hold on. Y'all give me 1 second, man. I'm doing this on the fly, but I'm very curious on that super chat. Who is he referring to? I'm just curious. All right, hold on real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. All right. See if he answers.
Yes, sir. Amp Sports, where we always making plays. What's good, my guy?
What's up, man? So, man, you started off the show, man. There must be something on your mind.
Yeah, I was being messy as hell. Okay.
At least you admitted it.
See, it was Brandy Mahoney who hit the nail on the head. She answered my question. She actually spoke the words for me. She said, yeah, like Hooker and Wilson. Why in the hell is Wanye not on the field? Inquiring minds want to know, as they say. Like, when you look at that situation a couple weeks ago with the Saints, and Shaheed just made them boys, bro, we might as well have been in zero coverage. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that was ugly. You know, maybe you could chop it up for, miscommunication, okay, whatever. But even after that, I'm still seeing plays where guys catch balls, and once they make one man miss, it's often cheated to one side of the play, and you got caught with your pants down. It's two of y'all back there. We weren't running cover two like that last year. And boss, to your point, you said you don't like cover two. We got the extra defender back there, but it's like we don't. It's like if you got two safeties, you got no safety. So okay. I really want to know why they still on the field.
Well, the topic of the show is moving on, and I'm gonna be all the way honest. From the film breakdown that I just did, both the safeties versus the Ravens, they both improved, but they wasn't tested vertically like they was with the Saints as well. So you can't really say if they passed the test unless you give them a makeup test, and they never was tested vertically again. So that vertical shot that we saw with the Saints, we didn't see again. And I will also say, and be all the way honest, and say that they also both played much a week late on that Amp. So, but let me get back to it, man. Your super chat just got me curious, man. If you hit another one, I'll call you back.
Handle your scandal, my guy.
Yeah, and see, real quick, I'm taking y'all super chats real quick. All right, big dog, that was it.
All right, pal.
All right, so real quick, let me go back to because y'all popping in with the super chats first, so I'm gonna take those as they coming in just real quick. Then I'm gonna get back to the content I was gonna talk about. Okay, until the other guys get here. So, my boy Pop Peach said, "Boss, what happens with this team if we take an L to the Giants on Thursday night?" Very good question, and I'm glad you asked. God dog, I'm so glad you asked that question. What you do if you take an L to the Giants on Thursday is you keep fighting. Like, yeah, that's the only thing we must do, right? Yeah. I mean, if we lose to the Giants, the season not over. Now, is it bad? Absolutely. Would it be bad? Absolutely. But, and Johnny Woods is right. What's going to happen around everybody else, that this is true. I got to highlight Johnny Woods. He right on this. It would be anarchy. It would. But you can't let it be. You can't. You got to stay focused on ways to win. That's what you got to stay focused on. Now, everybody else is going to be anarchy. It's going to be people talking about doing draft shows and all kind of weird behavior where they're going to openly express that they have quit. My boy Keith, yeah, and I'm not on that train. I'm definitely not. Especially as long as you got Dak Prescott healthy. You don't quit. Yeah. You don't quit. Because we've been down before, man. We've been down before. See, we got to remember we had this same damn feeling before. When did we have this before? In 2018, when the offense was looking just due to receiver by committee, it was looking yes. Booty claps, stank dog. Yeah, that's how it looked. We was 3-5. We just lost to the Titans. The Titans came in our house, danced on our star. And then we got Amari Cooper. That one move changed the whole season. Yeah, so the answer is if we lose, yes, it's going to be anarchy, but you got to keep your head. You got to keep your head to make sure that we are focused on solutions and trying to win, which I'm going to talk about today. Yeah. So I know. She talked about that before, but she said, "Boss, that button is horrific." I know, man. You can even hear the claps. You can even hear the claps. You can hear the claps in it too. Ooh, you can hear the booty claps. Anyway, so my boy Ant with another super chat. He said the 2001 Patriots started the season 1-3 and won a Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, it's just some people in a lot of Cowboy Nation go panic. They would panic. And see, I'm gonna tell you something, and before I get into it, yeah, see, Henny, thank you. My boy Hen in the house. Stack God. My boy say 3-4 before Amari, 7-2 after we got him. Exactly. And if we lose, I'm gonna tell you also it could work for us, because you know what it could do? It can make us urgent to do things that we never would have done. See, when was the last time we made a trade and gave away a first rounder? Can anybody answer that question, please? Can somebody answer that question? When was the last time, don't say Amari, before Amari, when was the last time we made a trade and gave away a first rounder? My boy Keystone, he said, I smell 18 and 22 all over again with receiver by committee. Yep, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going, Keystone. it was the crisis of us being down 3-4. Thank you, Henny, for that correction. 3-4, and we didn't losing to the Titans. It then made us 3-5. But it was that crisis that made us go out and go get. Yep. So Roy Williams and Joey Galloway was the last time we made a trade for a first rounder. And the Joey Galloway we traded 2. So that lets you know how big of a crisis 2018 was. Now, it's a whole lot of fans, I'm going to tell you right now, they go quit. Just don't be on the quit train. Nah, it's too early for the quit train. If you're on the quit train, if you already quit, it was already quit in you, you know. It's just way too early for that. Okay, now we finna get into this. See, thank you. This is what I've been waiting on. My boy Chris 214 say, in your opinion, what needs to happen to the run game? Ooh, see, I'm so ready for today. I'm ready for this show. Because Chris 214, you have led me in a direction I was getting ready to go in anyway. So, my focus in terms of solutions is on the defense. It's a lot of people that gonna have different focuses. I'm not mad at anybody focus on solutions. Some people focus might be quarterback, fine. If that's your focus, as long as you bring solutions. Some people focus might be Mike McCarthy, fine. As long as you bring solutions, I got no problem with it. My particular focus is defense. Why? I feel like the defense is the biggest problem right now, especially stopping the run. So I'm putting a lot of energy into that right now. I'm gonna take some phone calls too before the other guys get here. But so it's already adding up, and I'm gonna show y'all this, and then I'm gonna get into this question by Chris 214 with the super chat. Dallas Cowboys defense isn't just bad, it's historically bad, this is what this article says. And then landlord, it should be the defense. I agree. The to me, 99% of the focus should be defense, but I'm not mad at anybody that's focusing on with solutions, ways we need to win. All right, so so here we go. So going to Chris 214's point, he said per ESPN research, the Cowboys have allowed 557 rushing yards, the most through 3 games since 1963. Oh, they have allowed 5.4 yards per carry, the worst average through 3 games since 1979. One more time. Close your ears, Ty. Close your ears. Close your ears one more time. That is super wet fart. So that's exactly why my focus is on the defense. Also, on the defense is looking like it's the closest to collapsing. Cowboys cornerback calls our teammates lack of accountability after back-to-back losses. So the area to where I feel like we should be focusing on and putting the majority of our energy on is the defense. To me, the defense is just what it is. It's, All right. So I've been breaking it down. I've been really looking at this. I've spent a lot of time looking at the biggest problem, in my opinion. So y'all know and I can tell you we did. Now, it still was some containment issues, and this time I broke it down even better. Okay? So the issues with stopping the run to Chris 214's super chat. It still was slight containment issues by the corners. Here's an example. So looking at this is, you're going to see a breakdown in containment by the cornerback. Okay. So also what you go see is a breakdown in stopping the read option, right? It's two breakdowns that's messing up, right? So the breakdown is the read option where the Dallas Cowboys could be using what's called a scrape exchange. And let me explain that. And so with the defensive ends, his responsibility is usually the quarterback. Okay? In a read option. He's supposed to play the quarterback traditionally. But in a scrape exchange, the responsibility switches. The defensive end, his new responsibility is the running back. So what you will see is the defensive ends, when you see read option, you'll see them crash down to stop the running back. But what's supposed to happen on that is you're supposed to have the linebacker arc to take the quarterback in a read option. Now, this is the problem with that, especially if you're going against a team like Washington, like Philly, like Pittsburgh. This is why we got to master this now. Now, listen to me. The problem if you're using the scrape exchange where a linebacker is supposed to scrape over to take the running back, now the quarterback in a read option, you're now creating a cardinal rule against the defense where you're putting what's called an athlete on a stiff. And see, we got to be careful, Trey. See, because this narrative is going around, but it might not be true. The ends playing hero ball. It might look like that. They could be playing hero ball, or it could be that they are doing a scrape exchange where it's the actual design of the defense for them to crash down on a running back. And I can see why people are saying it looked like they played hero ball, because in a traditional sense, the defensive end is supposed to key in on the quarterback, but you kept seeing on the read option where Lamar was getting outside, they was crashing down on the running back. So if we don't know what the defense call was, a lot of people could assume and say they was playing hero ball, or they could have been doing the scrape exchange. I don't know. I don't know the call, but this is something, even if they doing a scrape exchange, I'm going to show you to where some of the responsibilities was off. I'm going to show you that. So going back to this one, all right? So if we look at this one to Trey's point, looking at the read option, right? It's two things that happen on this play. So first of all, we talked about the containment, but then let's assume that they doing a scrape exchange right here. If they doing a scrape exchange right here, then Micah Parsons should have already crashed down on the running back, Derrick Henry. But when I'm looking at Micah Parsons, it looks like it's more on him because he doesn't crash down. He slow plays it. So you see him slow playing it, which is an indication that it likely was not a scrape exchange, which means that Micah Parsons didn't read that mesh port right, and he let Lamar outside of him, which then opened up the containment issue to Diggs. Because if you look at Diggs, the main thing that Diggs did wrong here is he allowed Isaiah Likely, no, that was Andrews, to basically seal him off and not allow him to get outside containment. That's why I say you got to always keep your outside arm free when you playing containment. And what happened is he didn't keep that outside arm free. Andrews got on top of him, hooked him, and you got a walk-in touchdown because Diggs didn't keep containment. Okay, so you asking what happened with the running play. This is another thing that happened where you go see a lack of containment again by Diggs. So right there, Diggs lost the containment where he let Henry outside him. So to answer your question, Chris 214, the minor issue this game was containment, but containment was still an issue. It wasn't as big an issue as it was with the Saints, but it was an issue this game. And this is something that we have to clean up on defense, that where the corners have to be 100% perfect on this. We can't allow ever what we saw with the loss of containment that happened with Diggs. It can never this can never happen going forward. You cannot lose your outside containment as a corner. So last week it was around 7 or 8. This week it was only 2. So they was much better at holding up their outside containment this game. But 2 is still way too much. This is something you should never, ever make the mistake of losing outside leverage as a corner. It should never happen. All right. So that's one issue. Now, the second issue that I saw, looking at and really breaking down what I see as the biggest problems. A lot of people still are talking about the DTs. And they talking about the DTs because they're doing what I call stat analysis. So they'll look at the Dallas Cowboys are averaging 5.4 yards per carry. And they'll automatically say, okay, that means that the DTs are being blown up. And that means they are running power football, straight A-gapping us all day long. And that's literally not the case. What's really happened is occasionally when your DTs lose to doubles or duo blocks, that's when Henry was able to get off. And it was twice. Most of the success that came from the running game, again, came from wide running, wide running plays, as well as the read option. Those were the 2 plays that was killing us versus the Ravens. So, and I'm still answering your question, Chris, because this is what I want to talk about in terms of solving the problems. All right, and moving on. So, looking at now. So this is now focusing on these DTs real quick. So this is Mozzie. Whenever you see, because I'm going to tell you right now, I want y'all to really listen to me. I want you to really listen to me. For the most part, Mozzie held up a majority of the day. Man, Trey, I so agree with you on this, Trey. I just need to pause and clap it up for Trent. And my boy Trey say, why crash down on Lamar? Makes no sense. I mean, especially after the Saints game where we was getting killed on wide zone. Like, we are having problems when they are running to our edges, but you protecting your A gaps. I'm with you on that, Trey. Trey. Trey, I don't have the answer for you. That's one reason that Boss might need to take a look at Zimmer schematically. Yeah, Lou said, that's what I said. Yeah, you see, that's where we do got to take a look at Zimmer schematically. You do. Schematically, it doesn't make sense to run a lot of scrape exchange versus the Ravens. It does not, for a lot of reasons. For a lot of reasons. So anyway, so remember with the scrape exchange, the defensive ends are automatically crashing down on the running back. They don't even have to think. They're crashing when they see read option. They are crashing down on the running back. The linebacker is going to arc over to take the quarterback. But that is an automatic athlete on a stiff. Automatic. It's an automatic athlete on a stiff. It's a schematically, it just don't, because Lamar's the bigger threat. So anyway, but going back to the DTs, because we still answering this question. So you look at Mozzie, man. I just have no. Also, this is what I was saying. A lot of the players is having trouble locating the ball. Because look at Mozzie right here. So obviously he's getting doubled, but he clearly don't know where the ball is because Lamar's behind him and he got his back turned. So in terms of being able to locate the ball, it was Mozzie. And then he go turn around. See, what the fuck? Hey, wait.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, Mozzie. Yeah, what was that, big dog? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, whenever you saw these DTs making errors, especially on doubles, you could see that they took advantage of it. Because for most of the day, they did nothing unless them DTs got pushed. And I'm talking about our one tech. So right here, you go see Linville very late off the very lazy off the ball. But you can see that gave Henry that room up the middle. And then the big run that happened is because of Mozzie. He's going to get pushed way off the ball and turned. And Henry made everybody pay for that. So the times to where you really saw us lose because of the DTs was really a few times. But it was nasty when it happened. It was nasty. So I'm going to pause it so y'all can see it because y'all might not be able to see it. So I'm pointing at Mozzie. You got to keep your eyes glued on him. Keep your eyes glued on him so you can see him getting doubled, turned. And that's that running lane that Henry is coming right behind him. Everything else is snuffed out except Mozzie. Everything is snuffed. So if Mozzie does his job, there's no running lanes. The one time you see him push clearly out of his gap is the time you see Henry took off. Other than that, they was holding Henry in check all day until the DTs lost. All day. So, and I'm going to show you the other play where you can see when Mozzie lost bad, you also saw bad running plays. Look at that. Just look. That this one is.
What the fuck is that?
Look at this. I'm talking about doubled, turned, and slammed like a kid. It's stuff that I've never seen with Jonathan Hankins.
What the fuck is that?
Like for real, like never, ever seen. I've never seen
what
this
the
happen.
Fuck is that?
Yeah. So the two big A-gap runs, happened because of DTs, specifically Mozzie. So if I'm focused on solution, what does the Dallas Cowboys need to consider doing? See, because it ain't no scheme gonna fix that. It ain't no, that right there, you can't fix that with scheme. You got to fix that with talent. So I'm going to ask the chat, what should we do? What should they do? Okay, and this is why that question is so important. I gotta show y'all something. All right, I gotta show y'all something because we see the name of the show is Moving On, right? So we gotta talk. We still go talk about them Giants, right? We still go talk about the Giants. But as we talking about moving on, why was it important for me to highlight those big run plays that came from when our DTs? Somebody said bench him. Ooh. See, the problem, Lisa, is who's behind Mozzie. Can you even bench him? Thank you. I think Los you might. I think Los the closest to it. All right. I think the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, and see, listen, and see, Trey, you right, but listen, I don't like that answer. I don't like that answer. I don't like, you right though, Trey. You right. See, some people are focused on offense. And offense getting ahead would help. It would help. But man, I don't want to trust the offense to try to keep up when these teams are averaging 5.4 on the ground. I want to focus strictly on how to fix this. We gotta fix this. So I showed y'all the containment issues with Diggs, but that was an improvement from the corner room. I just showed you the A-gap runs that really happened from the doubles to our one text and when we greatly lost. But I'm asking the question, how do you actually fix it? We have to get us a DT that don't get moved like that. We have to get aggressive. We might have to find the Amari Cooper of defensive tackle. Yeah. And Life Crazy, you likely right on this. He said there's no way Dan Quinn trading Allen, especially if they keep winning. Especially if they keep winning, they not trading him. If they winning. Now I keep my eyes on it, but yeah. But we have somebody say tougher practice. Life Crazy. See, I like this idea right here. Somebody that's not in our division, not in our conference. Yeah, we gotta one more game, honestly, like this, especially if it happened against the Giants. One more game where your DTs now, because a lot of people was blaming the DTs versus the Saints when it really wasn't them. It really wasn't them. It wasn't as. Now, this game, the Ravens, them DTs, they caused massive damage. 2 massive, big, gigantic runs was off them DTs. I'm keeping it all the way real. Yes, it wasn't a lot of plays, but it was significant when it happened. When you saw Mozzie greatly lose, you saw Henry greatly gain. Yes, I said it. I'm going to say it again. When you saw Mozzie greatly lose, you also saw Henry greatly gain. So I honestly need a DT who never lose. See, we talking about, listen, we talking about solving the problems, right? If we talking about solving the problems, I don't need a DT that lose sometime. I need a DT right now that never lose. If you trying to stop the crisis, right? And I know what you're talking about. You're talking about where Dunno missed that tackle. Yeah. Yeah, Dunno should have made that tackle. But also, let's keep it real now. Dunno versus Henry in open space. Shit. Come on, man. Well, listen. I don't want Dunno even in this position. Dunno was in that position because of Mozzie. Yeah, yes. Should Dunno have made the tackle? Yes. And did it. My boy say, boss, who has the highest IQ on defense? I would say Eric Kendricks. Yeah. But it depends on what play you're talking about, Star. When you're talking about he jumped this gap, I need what play, which particular play, because I know it's not this other play. And then he said Malik Neighbors go Tariq Carson. Hell no, bro. Wait. And what we doing, bro?
Oh, hell no.
All right. So, in my opinion, the Dallas Cowboys need to look at some DTs who never lose. They need some DTs that don't get pushed back 5 yards occasionally. And this is why. This is the main reason why. Because if you look ahead, if you look at the Dallas Cowboys schedule, hold on, let me make sure. Okay, hold on real quick. Yeah. Y'all give me 1 second. Hold on, is this the right year? Man, y'all give me 1 second, bro. Y'all give me 1 second. I pulled up the wrong diagram. Y'all give me 1 second. How did I do that? How did I get goofy like that? All right, y'all give me 1 second. Let me fix this. All right, here we go. Okay, I got it right now. All right. So this is why, now we talking about moving on, right? But we also talking about saving the season, right? So to me, where should we be really highlighting right now? Right? Okay. All right, here we go. So if I'm looking ahead, right, and I have to look backwards too. I got to look ahead and I got to look backwards. Why do I got to look backwards? Because I'm going to tell you exactly why we need to look backwards. Hold on real quick. Let me see if I got that clip in here. I don't. Because teams are going to copycat this. So if you look back, Carr didn't have to throw the ball only about 15 times. Lamar didn't have to throw the ball only about 15 times. Jason Garrett said publicly that the Dallas Cowboys are not physical and struggling and will struggle stopping the run. So everybody is going to come in with their first best attack at what? What's the first thing all these teams going to likely do, especially the teams that's coming up recently? The Giants. So when you look at the Giants, the Giants got some perimeter weapons that are interesting, right? So obviously Amp brought up Malik. They gonna likely want to use him. And I watched a couple of games in New York. They go try to run likely a more balanced offense. Okay. But I also won't be surprised if they come out with a very, very, very heavy running attack, especially because everybody fears our pass rush. But the team that's the least likely to actually even run heavy at us is the Giants. And it's because they also have weapons on the outside that are decent weapons. And they are like one of the most balanced teams. Now, I'm telling y'all right now, if we walk into this game on Thursday thinking these are the same old Giants, we go get whooped again. This Giants team is different. I'm very honest. I know people thinking, oh, this is a weak team. No, sir. You better go take another look. That Giants defense is playing very good. They are growing their star power on that defense. Yes, they are. Now, their corners are starting to have some issues right now, and that's an opportunity for us. But let me tell you something. The Giants, they not the same old Giants. A smart Giants game plan would be to run the ball, try to wear us down, try to keep us close, and then hit us with occasional big plays. That would probably be the idea. Try to win a time of possession. Try to keep a Dallas Cowboy high-powered offense steady. If you can do that, you go increase your chances. That's exactly what I see the Giants trying to do. But I'm telling you right now that this Giants defense is not. I was watching them. They play with a lot, especially their front seven. Their front seven is the truth, y'all. I'm telling you right now, their front seven is. And see, it was a lot of confidence in that Saints game. And I was telling you, when I watched the film, I told everybody, I say, man, them Saints physical, bro. Like, and all I did was watch the tape. I say that they very physical. I'm going to tell you right now, the Giants very physical on defense. They are. It would be a tremendous mistake to walk into this game like, oh, we always beat the Giants. And my boy Henny say, good observation, Henny. Boy, see, this boy Henny is a beast. Henny is low-key Bill Belichick. I'm gonna start calling him Bill Belichick. He be noticing the details. And it's supposed to rain. Good observation, Henny. This fool Henny to check the damn weather. This boy Henny to check the weather. My boy M said, if we don't keep contained, Danny Dimes will look like Lamar Jackson. Mark my words. Amp, I have marked your words as accurate and true.
You want answers? You can't handle the truth.
I have marked it down. It is accurate what you just said. If we do not hold containment, yes, Danny Dimes will eat. You said, boss, they haven't played nobody, only the Vikings. No, they played Washington, and I watched that game. They played the Browns, and I watched that game. And I saw some key details, especially versus the Browns. See, I'm telling y'all, don't walk in there with that Green Bay confidence. Because everybody was overconfident when it came down to Green Bay. Everybody, oh, boss, shut up, boss. Come on, boss. Calm down, boss. We won 16 games straight, boss. Come on. If you're scared, go to church, boss. Because I did a show, and I was saying that the Green Bay dangerous. I sure did. And this is when the whole world was saying, boss, come on, you're scared, man. You can't be scared, boss. Come on. I was like, bro, look, bro. They are dangerous, bro. And it's 4 of the receivers for Green Bay was in the Boss Cowboy guide. 4. I only put people in the Boss Cowboy guide that I feel like are ballers that really help the Dallas Cowboys. I don't put everybody in the Boss Cowboy guide. Hold on real quick. Hold on, I need to. Star, she said, boss, our O-line is in shambles. You know what, Star? I'm gonna put my energy on that because I've been hearing that. I haven't been putting a lot of tension on the offensive line. But I'm gonna go look at that. Because if that's the case, they need to look at firing Solari. They need to look at firing Solari. Because ain't no way you can have that much talent with a struggling offensive line. And I'm going to go back to what I always say. If an individual is playing bad, you look at that individual. But when a group is playing bad, who do you look at? I'm going to put on my clear eye views and make sure y'all pay attention. Who? When Zach Martin, Steele, Tyler Smith, and Tyler Guyton, I've been hearing that. I ain't really did no deep research on them yet. Oh no, I will now. I promise you. My boy D.A. say Boss is terrible. Ooh. So hold on. When Star and D.A. Lee saying it's bad, I'm gonna go look. And I'm gonna say exactly what I see. And I'm gonna also talk about how to fix it, man. Damn. Oh man. Okay. All right. So that y'all gave me some work to do. I'll go take a look at that. Cause I'm gonna be honest. I just assumed that we was gonna just have some growing pains because of the young offensive line, and I obviously didn't do a good enough job really focusing in and honing in on ways they can improve. Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously I got my attention on this defense, but if our offensive line is playing horrific, shit, that need to be fixed. Because you can't really get nothing going if they playing bad. Really, you can't. That can't get going. Your running game can't get going. Everything is gonna be bad if they bad. Yes, Star. I see this. Oh Lord, and Blackwell said it. And then I did see this real quick. I did see this game one. Zach Martin looking human as hell. Yeah, I was gonna say after game one, I would have been wrong. But I was gonna say this. I was gonna say our offensive line must be really good when Zach Martin is your worst. Because to me, he looked like the worst offensive lineman after the Browns. But I stopped focusing after the Browns. So I'm gonna have to go back and take another look. Oh Lord. He said might need Guyton to take Steele's spot. All right, I'm gonna go really focus in on that offensive line. I'm gonna focus in. I promise you, I'm gonna put all my attention on it. But going back to the major problem to me. So we was talking about looking forward, looking backwards to look forward. That was the thought process that I was on. So if you look back and you see that the Ravens had such a lack of respect that they only allowed Lamar to throw the ball 15 times. If I look forward, what teams are likely and naturally going to give us the problems that we've seen in the past? I got the schedule up here. What teams that we're getting ready to face is going to likely give us everything or a lot of what we've seen in the past that hurt us? The Giants, I talked about them being more of a balance, even though they're going to likely lean on the run this Thursday. I would assume that'll be a good assumption. My boy Wee Wee with the super chat, he said, "Boss, I believe they need run to build the line confidence." I agree. All right. So the teams that's built to give us all the problems that we have just recently seen between the Saints and the Ravens, the Steelers, absolutely. The Lions, Absolutely, especially because of their offensive line, which is real good. And then the 49ers, because of the physicality in which they built on, and the true secret sauce of the Shanahan offense, and that's physicality. Our next 4 games, 3 out of the next 4 is guaranteed to give us exactly the dose of offense that gave us problems. That's why we got to look back to look forward. And that's why we got to move on and move on with good ideas now. I'm talking about right now. Because 3 out of the 4 teams we getting ready to see, I'm telling you right now, they have the personnel and mentality to go right at what we struggled at. So we talked about the containment issues. We talked about the DTs. It's another thing that I saw versus the Ravens that we're also absolutely going to see. Read option. Zimmer, you got to get this under control. All these guys preaching about discipline, hero ball and all that kind of stuff, it got to get in check now. Because you go see read option. You're going to see this for sure. It is absolutely no getting around this right here. You're going to see it. Because this scrape exchange principle, I guess, if that's what you was trying to do, scrape exchange. If you was trying to do a scrape exchange, don't do it again. We got us another super chat from Cody. Hold on, my boy Cody said. Hold on real quick. I don't like scrape exchange with certain quarterbacks. I don't. He says Zimmer defense ranking 2020, 2021 horrible. Has he lost his mojo? See, this is a good super chat because I don't know what's going on with Zimmer. Talking about his mojo. I said this before, I'm gonna say this again just to address this super chat, and I'm gonna come back to what I was talking about with that read option. See, Zimmer, I have to be honest, and I think y'all need to be honest too. We are not seeing a Zimmer that we was advertised. We was told that this Zimmer was going to be tough, that he was going to be no nonsense, that he was going to bench people on the spot. He was going to be a sideline tyrant. He was going to be looking at you if you made a mistake saying, come over here and sit down with me. That's what we was told. But let me ask you a question. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that? Because the question from the super chat is, has he lost his mojo? Has he even used his mojo? That's the real question. Why is his mojo not even on? Where is the angry Zimmer? And I had 2 theories on it. One theory could be that he could have been muffled by front office like they did Chris Richard, right? Especially after the Eagles game when they said we don't want to win like that. when Chris Richard was pushing and shoving and all that kind of stuff. It's a certain type of demeanor and professionalism that I believe that the front office does want displayed by their coaches. I do believe that. Could it be them? Or could it be that the inmates are running the asylum? What do you mean by that? See, we're in an era now to where right now the kids is running the parents. Right now, everybody's saying, well, we don't want these old coaches like Belichick because these young coaches or the kids don't respond to tough coaching anymore. They don't respond to that anymore. So you can't fuss at them like you used to. You can't. So guess what? They get to make the corrections when they want to now. Because you have adapted your style to the modern generation. A bunch of these, man, don't get me started on these modern athletes, man. And I agree with you. Get it fixed. That's your mojo. But is he using it? Yeah. And he said, boss, it's Jerry got that carrot out in front of Zimmer and Jerry got that chokehold on him. Yeah, I mean, we not seeing it. I don't want to blame Jerry without knowing that absolutely. I did put him in my theory list. He's on my theory list. But it also could be Zimmer. It could be all these older coaches that's metamorphosizing into these new modern coaches. Yeah, and I agree with Chris 214. His new age approach isn't lining up. Yeah. So, cause see, you seeing discipline issues, you seeing containment issues, you seeing whatever scheme it could be, scrape exchange or where the defensive end is supposed to basically key in on the quarterback. You still seeing discipline issues. Something that he's supposed to be absolutely zero tolerance for. So, but going back to the read option, we are going to see this again because the read option did more damage versus the Rams than the DTs, in my opinion. And we're going to see it over and over until we stop it, especially with certain teams. Certain teams are built perfectly to watch this tape and say, okay, they struggle with the read option. We go give this to them all day. Yeah, it's team. That's why I say we got to look back to look forward. So let's look back again and say, okay, what teams could throw the whole kitchen sink at us of what we saw? So let me ask you a question. Could we see the read option in a heavy dose with the Steelers? Yes. Would they also have the mentality to run the ball? Yes. Would they commit to it and have a common sense game plan? Yes. Do both of their quarterbacks have a skill set? Yes. Will you see a lot of read option with the Lions? No. But will they give you a heavy dose of physicality and wide zone schemes like we saw with the Saints? Yes. Yes. The Lions will likely, their game plan will likely fully, perfectly copy the Saints. So with San Fran. But what other teams could give us that same dose of what gave us problems? Read option, offensive line, running the ball. Guess who else could? The Eagles. And guess who else could? The Commanders. And the Giants. It's teams that's built that we got coming that are fully built to give us all the problems that we have just seen with the previous two opponents. The mobile quarterbacks, the bigger offensive lines, the physical offensive line, the play callers. It's a lot of mirroring that's going on. So that means that the Dallas Cowboys got to fix this now, and they got to fix it fast because they getting ready to see it all again and again and again until it stops. So especially that read option. I wasn't impressed with how we performed on that. Yes, I do know it's Lamar. Yes, I know Lamar's a special type of athlete, but Daniels is a type of Lamar too. Hurts is a slower Lamar. The Texans dangerous too. I didn't mention the Texans. The reason why I didn't mention the Texans because the Texans offensive style doesn't mirror the teams that we just went through. Their offensive style is not as physical as what we just went through. But the teams I named are the Steelers, the Lions, the 49ers. The Eagles, I'm not going to say that they're physical, but they go play us hard. And they're built right with a very good offensive line, a very good running back, and they got a mobile quarterback. Shit. They need to also test Goddard for steroids. I swear to God. That boy Goddard, I ain't never seen him play like he played Sunday. That boy Goddard looked different, man. Goddard looked like a number one receiver out there. I was like, man, when Goddard start playing like this? Hold on real quick. So anyway, my boy say what? My boy say, we not gonna fix nothing. Stubborn front office won't allow. We might. It's crisis. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's crisis that usually cause us to fix things. Just like we were stubborn on receiver by commit in 2018, but it got so bad we ended up trading a first to get Amari Cooper. So sometimes, it get bad before it get good. Jerry and them, what you honestly really don't want is you don't want us kind of hanging on. You don't want us 50-50. You want us kind of starting to get worse than 50-50. That's what you want. Because then that's going to really make Jerry and them feel the pressure of the fans to want to make a real move. Yeah, man. Like, anybody who watched that Philly game, bro, y'all can't tell me that dude Dallas Goedert didn't look different. I was like, man, they need to test him, bro. Like, I've never seen Dallas Goedert look that cold. Like, Dallas Goedert looked cold, bro. Like, he was killing the safeties. He was, I'm talking about outrunning DBs. I'm like, what? What? Anyway. All right, man, listen. This is what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to go ahead and take some calls. I'm going to get on the phones. I want to hear from y'all. I'm going to post the phone number real quick. Y'all call on in. Y'all gonna make me go look at this offensive line, though. I've been focused all in on defense. I ain't even been focused in on that offensive line. So I got the call line open. Yeah, don't let me get on that bastard stuff. But I got the call lines open, man. So if y'all want to call in, y'all call in. Law, he couldn't make it today because his daughter's birthday today. So obviously, man, y'all want him to be absent on a day like this. So we gonna clap it up a little for Miss Law. Hey man, I'm trying to get him suspended, bro. Something ain't look right about Dallas Goedert, bro. For real, man. Come on, man. I ain't crazy, bro. Am I crazy, bro? Or did Dallas Goedert look like I've never seen him look, bro? I was like, wait, I've been watching him for a while. I've never seen him just turn up like this, bro. Like, so it looked like juice to me. Hold on, man. I don't even know if you're a Cowboy fan, bro. See, some people be coming in here playing. The super chat say, boss, I don't know if we can beat the Giants or Washington. We have to see it for real. Okay. Of course we can. But we have to take them serious this year. This year, this ain't gonna be like, okay, you go just show up and whoop them. It ain't gonna be like that this year. I don't think. Now, the Giants secondary is real beat up. Yeah, truth. I know I wasn't tripping, bro. When I was looking at Dallas Goedert, I know I was not tripping, bro. I was not tripping at all. I was like, bro, like some that level look a little bit too up there. And that boy was playing at okay, we got a lot of callers in here, so let me lock these phones. Y'all came on in today. All right, so let's go line by line. Here we go. We got a lot of y'all today. All right, so let me mute everybody. Cause see, y'all will start a whole conversation in here like y'all did the last time. All right, here we go. 214, you live.
Hey, so what's good, boss?
What's up? Who is this?
It's Jabari, man.
What's going on, Jabari? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good, bro. How about yourself?
Man, I'm chilling on it, bro.
Yeah, bro. So, man, I'll be watching y'all film breakdowns doing the OC, bro. And one thing I kind of just felt, man, like, whenever I see Mozzie and, like, his three-point stance, I feel like his 3-point stance a little kind of off a little bit to me. Because I look the way he's kind of in his three-point stance, and I feel like the way he's leveraging himself, he won't be able to pretty much get off the line of scrimmage or get out his three-point stance fast enough, or he won't really, the way his legs are positioned, it's going to be hard for him to get a good push. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think about that?
No, I you know what? I see it. Now that you said something, it looked like his weight is on his rear versus his weight on his front. Where you, because I ran track, right? And I used to, come out the blocks, right? Every time I ran, I came out the blocks. Your weight needed to be distributed in a way to where you always kind of ready to explode, right? It can't be to where if your weight is on your back. I see what you say. I see it. I really do. Man, good observation, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just one thing I really was noticing, you know what I mean? Like, they really just kind of just started bugging me. Because I was just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just really bugging me, man. And, like, one thing I really do think that could really somewhat improve the defense, man, I think it's time to really unlock Wanye Thomas, bro, and also get Marquise Bell back in the rotation. You know what I mean? Like,
man.
Like, imagine if you Marquise Bell, like, imagine him, like, what he thinking, like, right now. It's like,
he hot.
Man, I done busted my tail off.
Yeah.
I done busted my tail off, you know what I'm saying, as an undrafted free agent, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I started every game last season, and now I'm on the bench. Like, that's crazy.
Man, boy, Jabari, you spitting.
You want answers?
You know what I mean? I done came out of undrafted free agent out of HBCU, bro. I done busted my tail off, bro.
And now I can't get nothing. I can't get nothing. You right.
Nothing, bro.
You right.
Yeah, man. Like,
but good call, Jabari.
Yeah, I think we just wasted one year.
You think we wasted one year?
For sure.
We are.
Yeah, man. I don't know, playing him on some defense, man. That's for Turkey, though, bro. I appreciate it, though, bro.
Man, call in more, man. You got good insight like that. Make sure you call in more, okay, Jabari?
For
That was a
sure.
good call, man. I like them smart calls like that. All right. Y'all give me 1 second. It's a lot of y'all, so y'all be courteous to each other. 318, you are live.
What's up, boss? This Trent.
What's up, Trent? What's going on with you, big dog?
Man, I'm chilling, bro. Man, I just want to touch a couple points with you, you know what I'm saying? And bro, it's crazy because it's like the Cowboys for so long they've been sabotaging. I ain't gonna say sabotaging, but wasting players' talent on that because they so stuck on making the player adapt to their system instead of building their system around the player. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what this player do good, instead of building their system around what the player do good, they instantly try to make the player adapt to their system. And it's like, and to me, Michael Parsons a prime example of that. I mean, really, I can really go more than him, but I ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? From Dak to more than, you know what I'm saying? But Michael Parsons really a prime example of that. And bro, I just hope he don't let them, you know, do his career like that, bro. Because at the end of the day, I feel like because I know he loves sacks. We want him. I've been wanting him at linebacker since he came in the league. I never wanted him at defensive end. You know what I'm saying? But he hit the ground rolling at defensive end, getting them sacks, and I know I feel like that's what he want to be. So if that's what he want to be, then he gonna have to sacrifice some of that speed and bulk up. You know what I'm saying? If that's what. If you're going to be there full time, you're going to let them stick you there full time, bro. You just got to stack up. You ain't got to run no 4-4, whatever you run, just to sack the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to be a full time end, you got to bulk up, bro. You're going to have to sacrifice some of that speed, you know?
Yeah.
Because what you think about Nealon? You think he going upward or what?
I think he playing like a rookie, you know. I think Nealon is playing like a rookie. I just, you know, it's hard to really see a lot of flash out of him right now because, you know, a lot of action has not come his way from the film I've been watching. He's somebody else that I saw crash down on a running back as well when they was running a read option. So, you know, I want to see more, but I also got to be fair and say what kind of action did come his way, because some positions not gonna get off unless it's coming your way, because they putting a lot of emphasis obviously on Micah and chipping him and doubling him and all of that. But Nealon is somebody else that, you know, that we haven't seen the true flash yet, but it's also early.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? I feel like if Michael was at linebacker, we could see what Nealon really working with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, I feel like we should make a trade for a running back, man. I was looking at Najee Harris, but the Steelers, they doing good, so I don't think they trying to get off of him.
No.
I don't know if the coach willing to get off JT, you know. But man, I think Jared gonna need to make some calls, bro, and try to get a running back in here. You know what I'm saying? If not a deep threat, you know.
Well, yeah,
that's what I
see. I haven't really studied the offensive line yet. I looked at the running backs, but I haven't studied them yet either. So I'll say this: if the reports are true that the offensive line has been playing horrific, then what does that do to your running game?
It fuck your man. Nah, I ain't trying to cut, but yeah, it's gonna have your running game looking hammer different.
Yeah. So
if they can't block, he can't run, basically.
Right. So if they not opening up no holes, then you likely not go see any runs unless you got a creative type running back like a Deuce, somebody that can do stuff in space that can make people miss, But
Make people miss.
Rico and Zeke, they kind of offensive line dependent. Like Zeke can make the first person miss with his jump cuts and all that kind of stuff, but he still need to kind of, in my opinion, have a clear seam, a clear hole, to where he can make a decisive decision, and that's where he'll get his value. I just think it's too early to rush on a running back. But if we did, I wouldn't be mad at it. I put it like that. Like, and then on top of that, how many times did we run the ball this previous game combined?
Not many. Not many.
I know Deuce got 3, Z got 3. Then what? Rico got what? 9. That's like, I think they got 15 all together. That is, man, trash. You know. But at the same time, they also got a lead on us, and that's go force, you know, us to buy into the fact that Dak got to throw us out of this and all that kind of stuff. So I think the big leads from the Saints and the big lead, the early lead from the Ravens, likely made us abandon our running game. Whereas it's honestly hard to evaluate it because they haven't had the attempts, in my opinion, to really just make a snap judgment on them yet. So I would want to see more. But at the same time, if we did, I still wouldn't be mad at it. I just think it would be more of a panic. I think the issue that we really need is, I think more than anything, is we need somebody that can take on these doubles and not get moved. We need a Jonathan Hankins type again. It don't have to, obviously I said I wanted a Jonathan Allen, but it don't have to be him. It could be anybody. It could be somebody that specializes in taking on those doubles, keeping our linebackers clean. So that would be my priority, because I feel like we got to focus on getting that run average down everywhere, you know. So whether it's coming from the middle or if it's coming from them attacking us on the wide, we got to get that average down. And on the wide, when they're attacking us with wide running schemes, that to me is more so discipline issues, containment issues. Yeah, I think they can be fixed internally. You know what I mean? We don't necessarily got to make a transition, not a transition. We ain't got to make an acquisition for that, in my opinion. So
yeah, you just got to hit the edge. You just, like you say, with the cornerback, defensive end, you got the edge. That's simple. It. You know what I'm saying? Like, no crashing. Like, bro, I remember when I was playing, bro. If you crash, even if you get the sack, coach will chew you out for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you team to the side, you know, the risk ain't worth the reward all the time. But let me ask you one more question though.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What you think if they get Dak in it with some RPOs? You think would that maybe open it up a little bit, help it out a little bit more?
Nah.
I just probably like I say like the red zone, short, like, you know, short downs, like third and short, maybe, you know, not just heavy. You know what I'm saying? Just
I know what you mean.
A little something.
I mean,
you know
I get what you're saying, especially because Dak, especially before that ankle injury, his legs was purely a weapon, and he has that big frame, that big physical frame. But with that investment on him, all that guaranteed money, I know we don't want to make decisions about football with money, but man, that's a big investment on Dak. And I would try to do it around Dak, not through Dak, if that makes sense. Like, so for instance, if you want to be creative with the RPO, then use Trey Lance. Just being creative, right? Okay. Let me just throw you out there as a crash dummy. How about that? You feel me? Yeah. You know, so any one of that physical running stuff, I would want to do and kind of use him like Taysom Hill was used with the Saints. You know, so. But let me take some more calls, man. It's a lot of y'all. But man, good call, bro. Real good call. That was a good call, Trent. That was Trent. Yeah. So y'all hang on it. Hang in there, man. We got 4 more callers. Y'all be patient. 585, you live.
Yeah, what's going on, boss, man? How you doing?
Who's the Tariq?
Yeah, man.
Man, I know
What's
your
good?
voice, boy.
What's good, Cowboys? Huh?
I said, yeah, that's some when I know your voice. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna say this, boss. In order to abandon a run game, you gotta have a run game. We don't have no damn run game. I'm tired of people thinking that. We ain't got no running game. We ain't got no good running backs on this team like that, bro. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's time for Cook to come up. We gotta see if the man got anything left in the tank. Somebody gotta go back down because that ain't working for me. What they doing out there is not working. It ain't working.
You think Cook? Wait. You think Cook would have made a difference?
I wouldn't know unless I see him. We got to see him first. We might be having somebody on the bench that's ready to come out there and do something better than what we got going on. We had 3 games where we seen these guys. You know what I mean? At least Zeke did something. I can't really get on Zeke like that at this point in time. But Rico missing holes, and then what's his name? Deuce getting thrown around like a little rag doll. I'm tired of seeing that, man. I'm just tired. I'm tired. Only person that's really doing something is my man number 40. That's it. He the one out there doing something. He needs to see more snaps than a lot of them. If you ask me, my personal opinion. And I'm just not satisfied with the running game. Like, this 2 seasons that we're not seeing a decent run game. Because once you look across the league, you see, man, worse teams than probably us. They got a better run game than us. You know what I mean? It's like there's no creativity over there on that line. You know what I'm saying? You're not letting these dudes maul people. I don't know the play designs. Like it just don't look right. You know, when they hand the ball up, it don't look right. You know what I'm saying? It looks like it's just like a car jam or some shit. Nobody's moving nobody.
Hold on real quick.
You know what I mean?
All right. So let me ask you a question. How good, in your opinion, was the Browns' front?
They're one of the best fronts in the league.
How good is the Ravens' front?
One of the best fronts in the league. Same division. One of the best fronts.
And how do we see the run game when the Saints jumped out on us with 35 points in the first half?
That's true too, boss. But they did try to run the ball, and it still didn't look good. When they was only up 7 points.
I'll put it like this, in my opinion. The only reason why Henry looked good, in my opinion, is because they kept running it. If they put it like this, if Henry would have had the small anemic attempts that Rico had, that Zeke had, that Deuce had, he would look trash too. And I'm talking about Derrick Henry. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you look at them early runs, we was stuffing Derrick, but they stayed with it, and all they needed was a couple of mistakes, you know. And when when Mozzie got pushed a couple of times, that's when he got off. But for most of the day, they was just taking cracks at it until they got it. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, Tariq,
yeah, I got you.
I don't think we got enough attempts, and I don't think we weighing in opponents fairly enough to indict the running back room yet. You see what I'm saying? Because you just said yourself, the Browns one of the best fronts in the league. We clearly know the Ravens one of the best fronts in the league, and they had too big of a lead versus the Saints. So I just think it's a little bit early. I do understand the concern, though. I'm not acting like it's not a concern. I'm just being honest on just like, why the running back concern when the scenarios that we just faced is what we both just described. I don't get it.
Me personally, man, I just don't see the creativity in this run game. The run game a little weak. Yeah. I just gotta call it. Yeah. I'm not feeling the run game. It's the blocking and the running to me.
Yeah.
But like I said to you a couple of weeks back, man, I think it's time to unleash Flournoy, man. CD Lamb needs another person out there that can do something. I know the dude's a rookie, but he showed a little bit of glimpses of something in the preseason, and I feel like that needs to be put out there, because if we can get another person that can go go get jump balls and stuff like that, we need to put him on the field. Especially if Chris Carter approved this dude. I believe in Chris Carter because he's one of the greatest receivers to ever play the game, and I don't think he's going to put a sniff on somebody that he thinks is a bum. And the young dude got speed, and he look like he's physical, and he look like he can catch. We need that right now. CD Lamb does not need just to be the only wide receiver out there that can go get the ball when it's time to go get the ball. Oh boy, them Brooks, he cool, he aight when he aight sometimes. Turpin, he's okay, and Cooks, I don't know if him and Dak is on the same page at the moment right now, but we need another wide receiver, a physical wide receiver out there that go snatch the ball out there when it's in the air. I want to get a rookie a shot.
Yeah,
That's just me.
I put it like
you
this.
know.
I put it like this. It would help Mike McCarthy if he had another weapon. With the way that he's trying to run his offense, and I think we need to think bigger than Flournoy. I'm be honest. I think like Chris 214.
I won't be mad.
Chris 214 sent me an idea today. He sent me Cortland Sutton out of Denver. You know, somebody like that. Now, I haven't looked at Cortland Sutton, so I didn't look at his recent film to say for sure. But I'm talking about we need a real threat. We need a real number 2 threat. And I wouldn't be mad at a Cortland Sutton type. I wouldn't be mad at that at all with that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that if y'all decide to double CD Lamb, we got a number 2 that could also do a lot of damage. Not a little damage, a lot of damage. Especially when we all know Mike McCarthy like to throw the ball. Like, I don't get the philosophy of he likes to throw the ball, so let's give him less weapons. The time in which he won a Super Bowl, what did Jermichael Finley say on our show? He had 6 number 1s. Get him what got him the Super Bowl, right? Get him some weapons. Like Dak with weapons? Oh shit.
That's what he need. That's what he need, bro.
Yeah, I think we need to be bigger than Flournoy,
If you're not going to give him a good running game and a good running
give him a weapon.
Go get him the wide receivers.
Right.
Go get him the receivers he needs, man. I'm tired of seeing that shit,
No,
man.
I agree. Man, we got a couple of more calls in here.
But I got to say one more thing to you. I'm going to get up off.
All right.
Yo, man, I think, besides going trade for him, I think they should go get, I really believe they should go get somebody like Hassan Reddick. And the reason I say this, you go get Hassan Reddick because you lost Sam Williams. You never replaced him. So it's time to go replace him. If you replace him with another weapon, that will help Micah out. Micah ain't got to rush and get ran over like that and push out of the way on these running plays. You can put him forward, you can put him back. When Micah was standing in the middle, he moved that damn center out the way and was on Lamar. That's why I feel like we did not do the Takar or Lamar enough. We didn't send Micah directly at him. We sent him from the side, and he was getting blocked out of the damn play, and he chasing downfield. No, you put that man where he can be impactful. They need to cut that out. That's what I'm not liking. But other than that, I'm cool, man.
Yeah, man.
All right,
man. Good call about Tariq. We got him locked in now. We got you locked in now, Tariq. Chris 214, hold on, big dog. We got one more before you. You go finish us out. 757, you live.
What's going on, boss?
What's up? Who's this?
It's Banks.
What's up, Banks, man? What's going on with you, big dog?
Not much, man. Hey, look, I know a couple people spoke on the offensive line, man. I'm gonna say this: Terrence Steele is a problem. At this point in time.
Is he?
He is.
So,
Terrence Steele is a problem, man. Go ahead.
Nah, it's just I haven't looked at it, so I'm kind of in the dark on everything that I'm hearing on. Line. I'm just being honest. I'm not gonna fake the funk like I know, and I really don't. I haven't really honed my energy on it yet, but I will. I promise you, I will. I'm gonna take a real deep look at them.
Yeah, and I believe hopefully they can make the necessary adjustments, man. But it's off and on. It's up and down, honestly.
Yeah, it's up and down.
It ain't horrible.
Yeah.
it's up down though, you know.
Yep,
But
I agree.
Out of all of them, they got their moments. All of them, they got their moments. It's definitely him the most. But
For real? Wow. I'm gonna take a look at it though, bro. I'm gonna take a look.
Yeah. But offensively though, man, real quick, man. I just see, you know, I just like to see Mike McCarthy, man, do just something different. You know, the second, you know, we seen a lot of that second half. I mean, that fourth quarter. You know, them trying to push the ball downfield, getting other guys involved. You know, that's something he should start early on. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's him trying to get CD involved early or you know what it is, but maybe you start off getting other guys involved, man. We've seen what Hunter Luke can do. You know, Turpin caught a touchdown. Tolbert, you know, start trying to scheme these other guys to get open also, man. You know, have a better scheme. Get more motion involved in your offense. Stop being stagnant. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just stuck in the old ways. So, you know, I just like to see him do that more early on, where he did in the fourth quarter to, you know, come back. It seemed to work. You know, instead of just trying to key in on CeeDee Lamb, get these other guys involved, man. You know.
Yeah.
And Hunter Luke, he seems to be a weapon. He seems to be a mismatch. We've seen what he did to my man, the safety for the Ravens. I can't think of his name right now.
Cal Hamilton.
We see.
Cal Hamilton for the Ravens.
Yeah, Cal Hamilton. Yeah. And, yeah. You know, Hunter Luke has some good plays, man. Get him involved more.
Okay.
And I just like to see them do that, man. Just move forward. You know, I'm not gonna speak on the defense, man. They done caught enough flat, man.
We need to all hammer in on this defense, man, for sure. But hey, I'm willing to get an offense up too. I get an offense up too, but I got to do my homework first.
Yeah.
Good call, big dog. I got you locked in too for the future. All right. So that was Banks, man. I got Banks locked in, and now we save OG Chris 214. We got him coming in last. He gonna bring us all home. Chris 214, man, bring us home.
What's going on, boss?
What's up with it?
Not much. The first thing, it looked like you got your haircut today, bro. So it's looking real fresh.
Man, I appreciate it. I appreciate that, big dog.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yes.
It ain't no better feeling than a fresh cut, ain't it, bro? You know what I mean?
Man,
don't you just let me tell you if you like me. If you like me, you get a fresh haircut, you let your seat back. you be throwing up deuces to strangers. You be throwing up the deuce to strangers. You know what I mean? You know, people don't even know you be throwing deuces at them. You know what I mean? You just so fly when you get a fry cup. Ain't nothing go have you just fit smelling yourself.
Go ahead, feeling good, boy. Like that confidence be on 1,000.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you find yourself, you know, flirting with the frogs. No, I'm playing. Go ahead, dog.
I got you. But I wanted to piggyback on what you said about us coming into this game with the Giants and just, it's just the Giants.
Shit.
I also get that same sense as well. Like, we should not do that.
No, that's a bad idea. It's a very bad idea.
And so it's one of my good friends. She's also a Giants fan, so I kind of keep up with them as well. The Giants over the past 2 years have been awful. Well, except for that 1 year where they made the playoffs, but they have been awful. And with them getting neighbors, that has really brought them life. We know it and they know it. We have been beating the Giants ASS. Y'all don't think that they tired of that? Especially in this moment of time where it seems that we are going through a crisis. Like, the whole world know that we can't stop the run. Not just the NFL, the entire world know. People who don't even watch football know that we can't stop the run. Their defense is real, Dexter Lawrence, he's one of the best DTs in the league right now.
Right now.
You got Kayvon. They just signed Brian Burns.
Yeah, man.
The linebackers.
Man.
They got Bobby Okereke.
Yeah.
They have their own Micah. His name is Micah McFadden. They have him. They have Aziz Jalari.
Yeah.
He's a decent pass rusher. Yeah. Hey, like these boys, well, that front is no joke. And I would say if Brian Dable is smart, which I think that I feel like that we gonna get tested, and we have to keep Daniel Jones entertained. Yeah. We have to. We already know what he can do. Mm-hmm. We have to. They also got Wandale Robinson, got Neighbors, got Slayton.
Hey, you know who else I was peeping, man? Just keeping it real. Who was popping out to me? Who was playing? This dude right here, Elijah Chapman, bro. Go look at man that boy Elijah, bro. Yeah, as a rookie.
Who is that? Is he on defense or offense?
Defense. That dude motor is nice. I saw some flash out of him. DT. He's a rookie. Undrafted free agent too, bro. Starting. Say I'm just saying. Yeah, next to Lawrence. And I'm talking about, I'm just being honest. As I was watching their tape, I was like, who was this? Like, for real. Now the Giants got something, bro. Their front seven is real.
Yeah.
Very real.
My last point is, hey, man, I feel like as a fan base, they gotta get our trust back. Yeah. Because right now, in terms of like the mentality and like the morale, it's terrible. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's terrible right now. So they gotta show us first. I don't want anybody saying, "Hey, we're gonna beat the Giants." Even if it do happen, that's not the right mentality to have. Like, we gotta go into this thing every week. We are underdogs. And I know I sound like Coach Mars, but
no, it's real. It's a grind.
But
that's something else that Coach Marv always talk about, is that we gotta know that it's a grind. Like, to look at anybody on the schedule and be like, oh yeah, we gonna run by them. Shit, nah. These dudes is getting ready to play their best game, like the Saints did against us, like the Ravens did against us. Like, everybody circle us. So all this thinking we get a chance to take a game off, it never happens to us. So get that out your head. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You go see Daniel Jones look better than he's ever looked. All of a sudden, he go just turn to super Daniel. You know what I mean? Just it always happens. You know what I mean? So yeah, big dog.
Yep. And we're gonna find out in these next 4 to 5 weeks, is this team men or are they boys? I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it's true. Nah, that's true.
But
it's in the next 4 weeks. I think you said it perfect. The next 4 weeks is gonna let you, cause see, and I said something similar. I said 3 out of the 4 of the next opponents is gonna give us exactly what we just saw with the Ravens and Saints. I'm talking about the Lions. They're running the fucking ball on us. The Saints, it's coming right at us. Atlanta, I don't know. They might be a little bit too pretty. But the Steelers, they coming right at us with the same style that gave us problems. We gonna know who we are. You right. In 4 games,
we gonna physical too.
Yep. We gonna know exactly. We gonna be able to say with precision. We gonna be able to say, this Cowboy team don't have enough talent, but they fight hard. Or we gonna say this Dallas Cowboy team is soft. We gonna say, we gonna know. We gonna be able to fully define what we are in 4 games. We ain't gonna have to wait till week 17. These next 4 games is gonna tell us exactly who we are. I agree.
Exactly. And we can end it on that.
Good call, Christian Wolfo.
Yes, sir.
I finna call my boy Landlord, man, because I know I got my boy Landlord amped on that receiver. I want to hear what he got to say on that. Landlord, I see you in the chat, big dog. I want to hear from you, big dog. I want if you buy your phone, get ready to answer. I finna call you, man. I know you stay ready though. Let me call the OG real quick. All right, here we go. Calling Landlord.
Yo.
What's up with it, bro?
What's going on?
Man, you live on the final word.
All right, what's going on, man? I heard you. I heard some of the discussions, but I don't know what I left off on.
Yeah, I called you because it seemed like what sparked you in the chat is when I was saying that if you go run this offense the way you running it through Mike McCarthy, he need better weapons.
Exactly.
And we need to consider, like, now a quality threat at number 2.
Yeah, I seen some people talking about Cortland Sutton. I think that's a good idea. Dak ain't had a tall receiver ever in his career.
Except Bryce Butler.
Bryce Butler, and look what he did with Bryce Butler.
He opened. You see
what I'm saying? He turned Bryce Butler into a player.
He had Bryce Butler thinking he was a number 1. Remember Bryce Butler?
Yeah. He went on an interview and was like, I can be dead too. You know what I'm saying? Dak had them boys feeling themselves, smelling themselves. Like Grandma said, man, you be smelling yourself.
And that boy thinking he was a number 1. So I think, because see, obviously I'm focused on, the things that I feel like is the biggest things to kind of get us back on track, get us back going. It was more so that we was averaging a lot on the ground, and when I was breaking it all down, it was more so the containment issues. Then I saw the read option giving us problems, but it was more containment, a few plays by the DTs, but now going back to that weapon though, now you was right the whole time, bro, because you've been screaming that for a minute. Is that
I don't want to be those. You know what I'm saying? I still, cause we ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the guy that want to beat on my chest talking about I was right. I'm still hoping I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm still hoping Brandon Cooks just bursts out and go crazy and show he's the number 2, even though that's not who I see him as. I'm hoping Toba leapfrog Brandon Cooks at this point. Like, I want to see Toba like, look, you the number 3 now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see Toba just go left and just take over.
Right.
And I see signs of it. I see, man, Toba been making some leaps, bro. He been making some huge steps, in my opinion. So I can see Toba by the end of the year, we looking at Toba like a decent number 2. Because I'm telling you right now, I ain't saying it's all Brandon Cook's fault or no single person fault. But all I said, this is what my whole season. They might be good, but are they good enough? I wanted a significant upgrade at number 2.
Yeah.
Why can't we do that? We know, like, look, compare Cooks to a lot of these other number 2s and then come back and holler at me.
Yeah. It's one.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I just want people to look at the personnel as well. We all, as a collective, the whole Cowboy Nation was sitting up here saying, man, we can't get no free agents, bro. But then we come back and blame everything else.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
We all knew we didn't have the right horses. Listen, anytime the significant pivotal roles on your football team don't improve, that means you got worse. We got worse significantly across the board. We got worse. That's what happened. Look, you can look at Philly and say, hey, they got better. They got Saquon Barkley. Them boys got better. You can look at the Giants. They drafted Malik Neighbors. They got better. They actually changed on their team. So that's why we can look and say, hey, them boys put forth a real effort. They put forth a real significant effort to go and be better. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And we didn't do that. we can't say nothing far, especially on skill positions, that we got better at.
Yeah. Even this dude, Wendell Robinson, I had him in the Boss Cowboy Guide. It's one of my top sleepers, bro. You know what his average separation is right now, bro?
What?
4. This dude is averaging 4 yards of separation. That's better than any Dallas Cowboy receiver right now.
You know,
even CD Lamb. In terms of
you know
average
who my
separation.
sleeper was last year?
Who?
My sleeper was Christian McCaffrey, little brother.
What he doing? Average
and he was out there making plays last week. I mean, last night. I think he was on one of them teams last night, and he was making plays, bro. Undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you didn't even have to spin out. Like, I like Flournoy though. Don't get me wrong. I actually like what I seen from Flournoy in the preseason and stuff. But I mean, why we just couldn't get a big bang for your buck guy? Look at Keon Coleman over there scoring touchdowns.
Man.
Like, bro, it could have been all so simple. And like, I just want better for the offense, bro. Like, this ain't got nothing to do with the players that we got. I just want it better. And like, I don't want to be right. I promise you I don't. I don't want the year to continue and it look like Brandon Cooks is truly a number 3. Or him and Jalen looking like number 3s together. I don't want that to happen, bro. I'm going to be sad about it. I'm not going to be beating on my chest saying, aha, I was right. I don't want to be right. I'm not none of these other dudes. I don't care about being right. I want to win.
You looking right. You know what I mean? In
I
terms of
win,
solving
bro.
problems, but in terms of solving problems, you was right? To where
I was trying to tell them. Yeah.
So and you could, hopefully you wrong. But as of today,
you
right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's based on right now, Dak need another weapon. Just straight up. Especially the way
on national
that
TV,
Mike McCarthy.
Go ahead.
Just the way that Mike McCarthy is drawing up these plays, man. You having Dak throw it 80 times a game. You know what I'm saying? You going crazy. You losing your mind. There's no balance in your offense. Well, then we need to get you more because you not a balanced play caller right now. You just not. You know what I'm saying?
You can't be because you can't sustain blocks in the run game. You can't do it.
Right.
The run game, you playing with one hand.
Right.
And that's just, it is what it is. And now we sitting up. This one thing I want to say though, real talk, and I'm gonna have to let you go.
All right.
Listen, how can we evaluate game plans, right? When we beat the snot out of the Browns, that might be the only game you can evaluate. Okay, you look at the Saints game, bro, we was getting blew out.
Yeah, you can't evaluate.
Your game plan is gonna change.
Yeah,
you can't
run the ball when they put
God.
35 points on you in the first half. That's out the window.
Do people understand the premise of football? If I'm getting blew out, bro, now I have to change my game plan.
Yeah.
I have to do something else.
That's right.
It don't matter what I came into this game trying to do. Now my defense is running like a fucking waterfall. It's just letting anything go by. I gotta change now. And guess what else? If I can't stop the run, boss, guess what else it do? Guess what else it do? It limits your possessions. So guess what else? Now I gotta press. Now I'm like, how many times I'm gonna get the ball? I can't even stop them. I gotta catch up. Now you're gonna be more aggressive than you probably planned on at the first place, boss. See, people don't really want to talk football. They don't really want to do that. They just want to talk other stuff. You know what I'm saying? They want to talk the shiny, the flashy stuff. But if we really talking about strategies in football, if these people running all over me, sir, my possessions are limited now.
Right.
I can't stick with my game plan.
Right.
It's not possible no more.
Right.
You just cut my possessions in half. That's what you did. So, like, you cannot evaluate nobody's game plan from the way that game played out against the Saints. You can't evaluate no game plan the way that game played out against the Ravens. You just can't. Because the defense was giving up too many points, and it was just nothing you could do. They was giving up the run. It was just nothing you could do. So now we need to see this team with a fair shot and do a real full game plan. We can't even see that. We can't even evaluate the run game. That right there alone lets you know we ain't been able to stick to a game plan at all.
Right. You can't evaluate these running backs with the game conditions that was presented. You just can't. It just
At
if you're
all.
being honest. Because they
People
don't have
talking about running the
have the
ball, we
rush
getting
attempts.
blew out.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, man. You know.
Like,
Anyway,
think about this. How you gonna say Mike McCarthy run the ball when you getting blew out and you getting blew out by the run game? Do you know you gonna shorten your possessions up even more?
yeah.
We trying to catch up.
Right. I mean,
You can't do that, bro. The run game is literally taking out the game like that.
yeah.
Now you one dimensional because you playing against the opponent and the clock now.
Right. The defense,
That's
the lack of
yes.
defense took away your run game.
Yes, and that's how we should play. We should play the way we should play, the way this team is structured, man. We should be trying to put up points aggressive. So now we can possibly try to take their run game away. You want to know why the defense looks so bad? Because we can't stop the run, so we can't even pass rush.
Right.
That's our biggest ability. And
Yep.
guess what? Guess what else? What's our best stuff on defense? If you think about the Dallas Cowboys defense, we are great pass rushers and we great ball hawks. Guess
right.
what? Two things you ain't got to worry about if you running the ball.
You can't do neither one of those.
They took all our superpowers away because we can't stop the run. That's why. So that's the solution to your problems. If you can stop the run, now you can unleash Michael Parsons. You can't even unleash
What do you
Michael.
think about what I said there? Like, the best answer right now is to find a DT that's really unmovable, because, and I showed this already, the times in which Henry had his big runs was the times when Mozzie was blown off the ball. It's a real direct correlation to when you see Mozzie blown off the ball is where you see at the same time Henry go crazy.
I think the best thing we can do right now, and I know you do great detective work, you need to be on this for me, boss. We need to figure out who's the best defensive tackle on the worst team.
Right.
That's what we need to be looking for.
Clap it up.
We need to look for.
Clap it up. That is the homework assignment.
Yes.
That is the homework assignment. That is who is the 0-3 team right now with the coldest DT? Man, that is it. That is it. That
facts.
And he ain't got to be sexy. He could be Jonathan Hankins. You know what I mean? Just somebody
who want that 5th round pick. You know the Cowboys ain't going no higher than that.
Right.
So somebody who want this 5th round pick we got for him. But yeah, man, I appreciate your time.
Man, I want to hear your thoughts on it, man. Good call as always. Thank you for helping out the final word, big dog.
I already salute, man. Y'all make sure y'all get them likes up, man, and get them shares up, man. Great work over there, boss.
Man, appreciate it.
Salute.
All right, that was OG Landlord, man. Hey, and I wanted to, obviously I was expecting Big and the OC. I don't know what happened to those guys. I'll check with them, see what happened. But maybe this is one I needed to do solo, because I had a lot of film that I really wanted to bring kind of context to. Now I will do homework on the offensive line, because if that's an area of need, I need to put my resources on that too, to try to look at solutions, because a lot of people talk about problems, but a lot of people don't talk about how to fix these things. So just to recap, the biggest issue to me, all right, to me, it might not be to you, the biggest issue to me is the defense, right? That a lot of people saying are historically bad right now. To me, that's the biggest issue. So I saw improvement on the containment issues, but that needs to be cleaned up even more. That need to actually be perfect going forward. We should never see this again, not by just Diggs, by any corner. If they clean up their containment issues on the outside with the corners, you're going to see a major improvement also in the run game. You will. But also, if we serious, we also gotta start looking at them shoes again. Because let's be all the way honest, what's likely really going on with the DT. This is where Stephen Jones done built an altar to himself again. And his idea. He built an altar and he worships it. It's the altar of our guys. That's honestly why we're here. We are in this situation because of the our guys philosophy. Stephen Jones believes that every problem can be solved through a draft pick.
Oh, hell no!
He believes every problem can be solved through a draft pick. DT is one of those things that cannot be solved through a draft pick, generally. The only time you see generally instant impact quality one techs is if they drafted within the first 15 rounds. That's it. That's the only time you see it. Literally. But what they did is they said, we believe Mozzie is going to gain weight coming off shoulder surgery, and he's going to be instant impact year 2, which most DTs take 3 years before they're fully cooked. That's why Law Nation always say, I don't like light-skinned cornbread. Put it back in the oven. I like my cornbread to have some brown on it. I don't like light-skinned cornbread. In other words, you need to cook it. But what we did is we took this light-skinned cornbread Mozzie and we throwing him out there and we trying to make him a hero. That's what we did. And that's also why we got Linval Joseph late, because he was worshiping his idea of a draft pick being a solution. He was worshiping it. So instead of going ahead and getting a DT like he said he was going to do before camp, he went and got them dudes way when camp was getting ready to end. So really, did he even have a chance? Did Zimmer even have a chance to even coach up the new DTs up to the standard? Did he? Did he have a chance to coach up them DTs to his standard?
Oh, hell no!
He didn't. Why? Because Stephen Jones was in love with his draft picks, and if you pick them, you gotta play them philosophy. That's exactly why we're here. So, if you want to solve this problem, stop being goofy to where you leaning on Mozzie, giving him all these reps now because you're now depleted at DT. He's already playing through a hurt back. At some point, you got to break the glass and say, we got to stop this in the middle so that we can give our other guys a chance. But the main things that I think this run defense need is discipline. I think it's still coming down to discipline. And you better have an answer for the read option, because it's gonna be coming for the rest of the year. You go see it with Washington. You go see it with Philly. You go see it with Pittsburgh. You go see the read option. And that gave you hell versus the Ravens. So you got to fix your discipline. And I'm going to tell you right now, one of the main things I want to see you get rid of is this scheme thing that you likely was trying to do versus the read option. It's scrape exchange. Get rid of it. Go back to where the edges got to read the quarterback and don't let him outside. That scrape exchange was getting whooped. If that's what you was doing. The defensive end crashing down, it just wasn't working. Make him read the quarterback. And on top of that, you putting the athlete on the stiff. If you get a linebacker to replace the defensive end to take on a Daniels, you gonna have a super fast quarterback versus an average speed linebacker. My answer to that is,
oh, hell no.
So that's the final word, man. I appreciate y'all calling in today. We took a lot of calls on the final word. But again, man, we trying to present some solutions to the Dallas Cowboys as we getting ready and we moving on and we trying to prepare for the future. We can repair this, but it's going to take us getting out of the status quo. We can't keep doing the same things, expecting a different result. We know what that answer is going to be.
I just wanna run it up. Count a check or something. I've been really in the field, let up, I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half a ticket to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count a check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Revan now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her